Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, Top Gun has now been the biggest second weekend box office success ever. So that is absolutely incredible. This is at a time where box office is taking a huge drop in the second weekend. But in this one, in its second weekend, it only dropped 32%. Now that's the biggest ever, with the second being Shrek 2, which only dropped 33%, but obviously that was a long time ago. This is a time where we're taking huge dips. Even in Marvel films, they're dropping 40, 50, sometimes even 60% in the second weekend. We're living in a time where so many big movies are coming out, it gets huge buzz, everyone flocks to watch it its first week, no one watches in the second week. And while this was a huge box office success, breaking Tom Cruise's record, being a top 5 all-time box office in its opening weekend, in the second weekend, it didn't really drop much. 32% is a really small drop. That may seem like a lot, but in cinema, 32% is seriously a small drop, especially for now. And when this kind of did super well in its opening weekend, everyone thought it would take a huge drop because no one thought it would even reach the numbers it did in its opening weekend. But why I wasn't really shocked at this doing super well in its second week is that this is a running theme in Tom Cruise films. And the reason why Top Gun Maverick beat the Tom Cruise opening record was because his opening record was never amazing. It was only 60 million. And so for him to only have done 60 million in his opening weekend before Top Gun Maverick and be sort of the biggest movie star in the world, it shows his longevity of his films. People sort of spread it through word of mouth. People go and watch it 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in, sometimes even 4 weeks in. And that's why he has been so successful in the film industry, but never had an opening weekend smash hit. Never made hundreds of millions of dollars in its opening weekend, unlike The Rock, who, for example, is a huge movie star himself, but he has a huge hit in its opening weekend, then it drops about 60% for the next week, where Tom Cruise has this sort of slow drop. Sometimes it even works the other way around and gets bigger as each week goes on. Of course, that can't be the case with Top Gun Maverick. So many people went to see it in its opening weekend, so it will drop each weekend, but the drops will be a lot smaller to what we're used to with other movies like Marvel and DC and Dwayne Johnson films. His are always a much slower drop because he is that name. He has that huge sort of box office name. He's Tom Cruise, the biggest movie star right now, or if not, he could be the biggest movie star of all time. So you can expect this to drop very slowly, but what that means is that the longevity of this, the box office of this in its whole entirety worldwide, could close in on $1 billion. I would not be surprised if internationally this hits $1 billion. It probably won't hit $1 billion domestic box office, but internationally I can see it definitely hitting $1 billion. Let me know your thoughts on why this is the second biggest weekend box office of all time, why you think it's dropping slowly. I love hearing different opinions from you guys. If you guys sort of don't agree with me, let me know as well. I love reading them and hearing them, so thank you. If you like this video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on my next video.